She then concludes that Gray might be a female named Grace, not Gray. Iron forgets about it and continues to face the crowd. People greeted them and were curious after seeing Gray with a cat sitting on his shoulder. As the 13th heir of the Becher family, Iron welcomed all the people who attended the ball and told them to enjoy themselves this evening. I look forward to our families remaining as close to each other as they have been in the past to maintain good relations. At the same time, also hope to use this opportunity today to resolve the previous disagreements among us in one stroke, Iron stated, and drink the wine in front of everyone. Shelley concludes that Iron is targeting her grandpa named Gregory. Gray noticed Gregory, and Iron told him that Lord Gregory is the third of Atwood. He is from a famous family with a long history of wealth and a great military force. He is also a prime candidate to win battles against the king. Iron also informed Gray that Gregory declined her request, but since Gregory is present at the ball, she believes that there's still a chance for her. She immediately walked towards Gregory and greeted her uncle, and Gregory did the same and invited her to have a dance. Gray was about to go with Iron, but Shelley interrupted him and said that he can't follow Iron on the dance floor. Shelley concludes that Gray wanted to dance, so she invites Gray to dance with her instead of waiting for Iron. Gray was puzzled once again after seeing Shelley extend her hand, and he thought that Shelley might also have a fractured ankle. The cat informed him that she has no fractured ankle, but for the sake of the great lord he asked Gray to keep his distance from Shelley. Gray followed what he said and moved away from Shelley, so Shelley wondered what he was doing. The cat shouted and told Gray that he was not talking about physical distance. Shelley suddenly cries because she feels that she was humiliated. Since the cat believed that this woman is an expert, he told Gray to stop her from acting up to avoid being in trouble. Gray has no idea what he should do, so the cat told him to tell Shelley that she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Gray doesn't want to lie because Iron is the most beautiful woman for him, but the cat forced him to do so. Gray followed the cat and kneeled in front of Shelley. Shelley was thrilled after hearing it from Gray, and she immediately invites Gray to dance with her. Gray said, "I'd be honored." Shelley was happy dancing with Gray, and her real plan is to see what Gray really looked like under his helmet. While they are dancing, Shelley complains because Gray doesn't know how to dance and always steps Shelley's feet. Gray apologized to Shelley and informed her that this is his first time. "It's okay. It's actually my first time too, dancing with a man in armor, and he is stepping on me like crazy," Shelley stated. Since both of them are not good at dancing, Shelley told him that Gray should lead since he's a man. Gray wondered again and doesn't know if he was really a man, but he just enjoyed dancing together with Shelley. Iron and Gregory are looking at them, and Gregory wondered why Gray's still wearing armor at the ball. Iron informed him that it was Gray's habit, and she also opened up about her request previously and asked Gregory to reconsider it carefully. Gregory told her that he don't refute the talent she had shown as a lord in the past 2 months. "You are very good, but that is not nearly enough," Gregory said. He also informed Iron that Gregory's motto is only to support those who are destined to win, and it's the reason why he survived for 1,000 years. Going back to Shelley and Gray, Shelley invited Gray to go outside the hall and join her for a walk. While they are outside, Shelley removes her sandals and said that she can't be able to go back to dance with a swollen foot. Gray apologized again, and Shelley asked him to look for some medicine and apply it to her feet. Upon hearing it, the cat believes that Shelley is flirting and wants to make love with Gray to reproduce, and completely trapped. Gray doesn't understand what the cat said, and what he only knew is he needs to help Shelley heal her foot, so he immediately kneeled in front of Shelley and implies holy healing. Shelley witnessed how Gray used magic to heal her foot. Suddenly, there's a young man named Matthew who saw Gray hold Shelley's foot, and he was mad at Gray for holding a lady's foot with his hand. He stated that all the knights from the Becher family are shameless, and he immediately challenges Gray to a duel. Gray accepts his challenge without any hesitation, but the cat was annoyed and reminded Gray that this man in front of them is the one Lady Iron trying to win over, and they'll have a political problem if Gray fights someone over. The cat thought that Shelley will testify, so he ordered Gray to explain everything to Matthew, but suddenly, Shelley expressed her feeling for being happy that there are 2 men going to fight for her. From above, Angel Catherine still followed Gray, and she believes that Gray is an undead that can use divine magic. Inside the ball, Iron heard noise from the outside, and her guard told her that the Silver Moon Knight have insulted Lady Shelley of the Gregory family. Iron thinks that it might be a coincidence this time, so she immediately goes outside. Matthew shouted to Gray to explain why he humiliated Lady Shelley. There are some people around them, but Gray can't answer anything since he doesn't understand what Matthew is talking about. Since Gray can't answer, Matthew just asked Shelley to explain what Gray did to her. Shelley informed him that the Silver Moon Knight only healed her injured foot, and she was impressed since it didn't leave any scratches. Matthew concludes that Shelley is trying to defend Gray, and he also stated that there is no medicine in the world that can heal a person instantly without leaving a scar. The people started to gossip that Gray deceived Lady Shelley, and Gray was still puzzled because of his ignorance. He doesn't have any idea of the most words that people used and started to be scared, but the cat forced him to explain himself or else he will lose his reputation and suffer a social death. When Iron came, Gray told her that everyone is talking about something that he don't understand. This Iron, you're just in time. The character of the Betcher Knights is really unacceptable, Matthew stated. Iron asked them what was going on and Matthew told them that he came to the courtyard and he saw Betcher Knight hitting on Shelley. After hearing it, Gregory was mad, so Iron told him to take it easy and hear first what the people involved had to say. She asked Gray first and Gray told her that he stepped on Shelley's foot at the ball and hurt her, so he helped Shelley heal a little. Iron next asked Shelley, and since Shelley had no idea how to explain it, she just told Gray to use it again one more time in front of everyone. Gray was puzzled, so Shelley told him that he must show again the one that instantly cured her. Gray tried to use his holy healing magic, but it won't work again, so he apologizes to Shelley since he can't use it a second time in a short period. His hand was immediately burned off after using divine magic and will take several days to recover. If his other hand will also be burned off, he won't be able to control the armor with puppetry. Because of what happened, Gregory told Iron that before she asked for his help, she needs to keep her men in check. Iron apologizes, but she still trusts Gray. She will look into this matter and find out who is actually slandering. Gregory was still mad and told her to stay out of Gregory's family matters. The next morning, there are people coming to White City, and according to Horace, it's Count Felder who has come to their aid with his army. Now that the military of the 3 counts of the Duchy of Betcher has gathered in the White City, Horace concludes that the situation is turning in their favor. Since Iron has just returned to White City and Felder Edward III has arrived on the second day, she thinks that it might be a bit too much of a coincidence. Horace and Iron welcomed Felder and Iron noticed someone inside the wagon. Felder stated that it was his son, little Jimmy. He's not well and the doctor says he can't get into the sun. That's why the wagon is covered by a black cloth. Felder also stated that if the Civil War really starts, it could be dangerous to leave him. Iron asked for Felder's approval to see Jimmy, and so Felder's knight informed Jimmy that Iron from Betcher's family wanted to see him. Jimmy introduced himself and greeted Iron, and she told Felder that Jimmy is a cute child. After a while, Iron enters her base and discusses with Robert and Heroes about Count Felder helping them. Horace feels that there's something that has been reciting Iron since this morning, and Iron just stated that the timing of Felder's appearance is too much of a coincidence. Also, his son little Jimmy was very cute looking, but nothing like Felder since his hair is white. While Felder was in the Betcher castle, someone suddenly came and asked for another chance to Felder. He's Matthew and stated that he didn't expect that Iron would rather offend the Gregory family to protect the Silver Moon Knight. Please give me another chance. I'll make sure that Silver Moon Knight is out of the Betcher's camp, he said. While Gray was in his room, the cat wondered what he was doing. I'm making a list of things I have to do as a knight, Gray stated. He remembers that at the ceremony of becoming a knight, Iron let him read some vows. According to him, liches and demons don't often swear, but they keep their vows, and because of that he wants to keep those promises. He'll gonna start with the easiest way, to assist anyone who needs help. He's planning to go to the town, and the cat suggested that he should not go to the town right now. Suddenly, someone threw tomatoes at his head, and this lady was annoyed with Gray for appearing in the street. The lady continued to throw him some tomatoes and told him to get out on the street. Gray now wondered why he get the feeling that people aren't very friendly to him, and it wasn't like this when he first came into town. The cat told him that it doesn't have anything to do with Gray personally. It was just that there were people spreading rumors in White City after the ball, and these people were just deceived by that rumors. The streets of White City are really lively, except for the weird looks people give to Gray. While they are roaming around the city, someone is calling at their back. He's asking for some help from Gray. Please help us, the knight in armor, the little boy stated while kneeling to Gray. After hearing it, Gray was happy and realized that it was time for him to shine. No problem, whatever your troubles are, I'll take care of them, Gray stated. The little boy told Gray that his sister was kidnapped by the gangsters and they demanded this kid bring Gray in front of them. The cat warns him that it's a naked conspiracy, but Gray doesn't care since the kid asked for his help. He wanted to help rather than sit back and do nothing. Gangsters making fun of Gray coming to where they are. The kid told them that he already brought Gray to them, so they should let her sister go. The gangster suddenly throw her sister, and Tanitos jumped while Gray catch the girl. Are these kids just going to ambush me unarmed like this? Gray said, and the kid feels sad but suddenly shout to tell everyone that the knight of the Betcher family has taken someone captive. The girl also shouted for help, and Gray started to panic because he doesn't have any idea what was going on. All the people started to come and humiliate Gray. He was forced to get off the horse, but Gray followed them because he believes that he did not do something wrong. The little girl was still acting to show everyone that she has been harassed by Gray. The boy who asked for Gray's help cornered him to look like a bad knight in front of the people, and they have a master who paid a lot of money. Suddenly, while he was escaping, he was held by Shelley's order to her guard, and he keeps asking who they are. It doesn't matter who I am. First tell me about the young master who will give you a lot of money, Shelley stated, which caused the boy to cry. Gray was also crying, and the people has a sign hung onto his neck stating that he was a bad knight. They tie Gray's hand and they will take him to the castle to report the incident to Lady Iron. Suddenly, Shelley came and blocked the way. People started to gossip about Shelley and they knew that she was the girl from the ball who was bullied by Gray. Shelley asked them what was going on and this man told her that they were teaching Gray a lesson for bullying people from this town. Shelley explained that they misunderstood everything. That the Lord Silver Moon didn't bully her but helped her heal his feet. One man asked about the rumors from the ball circulated to this town and he also added that Gray is bullying the little girl. Shelley asked for the presence of the girl who they said was bullied by Gray. A lady brings the girl in front of Shelley and Shelley immediately walks toward her. At this moment, the kid is still acting up, and Shelley pulled its hood where they can witness that the kid is not a girl but a boy. People were shocked and Shelley told them that they has been fooled by these kids. She ordered to bring the other kids and the crowd noticed that one of these kids is the one who cried out for help. Shelley explained that these kids are just victims of rumors and staged the prank themselves. The crowd is now claiming that they blame the wrong person. Shelley ordered to untie Gray and reminded all the people that when the time Lady Iron gave Gray the title of Knight of the Silver Moon, she also gave him a baronetcy and a part of the fief. In other words, people insulted the honor of a baron without any reason. As a baron, Gray has the right to sanction them all. After hearing it, Gray told them that he will sanction everyone. People asked for forgiveness, but Gray stated that forgiveness is not something that the perpetrators can just talk about. They must pay for it. He changed the message written on the sign and told the people to take the sign and walk, then he will forgive them all. Shelley laughed at Gray and the people were glad that Gray can still give forgiveness after what happened. On the other side, Felder and Matthew are observing them. This is what happens when you're given another chance. Felder questioned. Gray gives thanks to Shelley for helping him solve the misunderstanding with the people and Shelley just intended to return the favor. Shelley informed him that the person who framed him is young Master Matthew from the inner camp of Betcher, the one who was after him the night of the ball, and he should let Iron know about it. Shelley also stated that she's afraid of Matthews's purpose, which might be to alienate Gray and Iron, so Gray better investigate Matthews's background. The cat still senses that there is something fishy, so he told Gray to ask why Shelley is telling all this information. If Shelley gets too close to Gray, she might drag Gregory into the war, but since she thinks that Gray is funny, that's why he told everything to Gray. They were about to part ways, but Matthew suddenly pulled Shelley. Her guards can't do anything because Matthew threatens them that he will execute Lady Shelley once they will come closer. Matthew obviously did this in order to not get her involved in this war. He was abandoned by Lord Felder because he failed the mission given by Felder, and now he was mad at Shelley for helping Gray solve the hatred of the people. Even if he failed to sow discord, if he could just eliminate Gray, Felder would definitely be happy. He dares Gray that he will let Shelley go once Gray rips off an arm and a leg. Since Gray is not Shelley's subordinate, she thought that Gray can't do it for her. Matthew laughed evilly and Gray started to think. While he's looking straight at Shelley, he stated, "Fine. I agree to this condition," and rip one of his arms in front of everyone. "I hope you will keep your word," Gray said. The guards were shocked and Matthew really believed what he saw. Gray then throws the empty armor at Matthew, causing him to be unbalanced. While Shelley examines the damaged armor, she comes to the conclusion that it is merely empty and that Gray invented the story that he pulled his arm back into the armor to make it appear more realistic. Matthew warned Shelley that the moment will come when she will be sobbing uncontrollably while holding her grandfather's corpse. Shelley is unaware that her grandfather was kidnapped, since Gregory's mansion is really well located and there are no people near the locality. They easily sneak in, and it means that they have plenty of time to talk to Gregory before people will find out. Gregory believes that these people are not here to eliminate him, and because of his confidence, the boss tried to throw a knife on his head and ordered him to write a letter to his fief right away and asked them to send troops to support the Betcher family against the king. Support the Betcher family. But you are not the men of iron, Gregory stated, and these people don't want to tell their true identity, so Gregory refused to write the letter. The man started to be annoyed and shouted to Gray that he don't have the option to refuse and that if he will not write a letter, everyone in the mansion will be executed. If they will execute Gregory, they won't get his letter or seal, and after his death, his son will inherit his title according to the will. It is a will that has been proved by the archbishop, and even the king cannot interfere with it. Gregory knew that Felder is the one who sent all of these men to kidnap him, and they were shocked at how Gregory knows about it. At Betcher Castle Study Hall, Lady Iron and Felder are talking and someone interrupts them to inform them that there's a messenger for Count Felder outside the castle, so Felder excuses himself to Lady Iron. Iron started to doubt, so she ordered Abbey Robert to send a message to Horace to follow Felder's messenger with a bunch of men. Felder's messenger sends information that Gregory inferred that it was he who ordered people to kidnap Gregory. Felder told his messenger to go back to his people as do as instructed. For him, as long as his goal will be done, there is no fear that Gregory will not comply. After that, Felder go back to Iron and Iron asked what happened. Nothing, it's just some trivial matter in the fiefdom, nothing important, Felder answered. White City has been under martial law. And without Iron's order, it is forbidden to open the city gates at night, so she asked Felder how his messenger from his fief entered the White City. Because of what Iron stated, Felder has been puzzled. At the house of Gregory, Felder's men are still waiting for the messenger to send Felder's return. When they look out the window, they thought that it is the messenger who came, but they recognized her. Shelley is already outside Gregory's mansion. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Till next time.